Right now is the time for you to be all in crypto and specifically meme coins. And I really mean this, right? Right now, specifically, is the best time to get started. I'm going to show you some data right now. So first things first, right? There's been a big tweet going around. You've probably seen this on Twitter if you've been looking. But this is the total DEX trades on Solana, right? This is total DEX trade on Solana. And you can see the traders are at an all-time low as they were in January 2024. Now, many people see this as a negative, right? Naturally, you will look at this chart and say, oh, well, it means there's not a lot of people trading in the trenches. And I completely agree with that. There isn't a lot of people trading right now. But if we have a look at the overall volume on Solana, the overall DEX volume on Solana right now is still about $5 billion, meaning there's $5 billion of volume flowing between the DEXs, and that accounts for a lot of new creations as well. We've seen new coins do very well. We've seen Emulators recently hit over 5 mil, right? 0 to 5 mil in 2 days. And that's just one of the many other coins which are taking off right now. But you're making a big mistake if you're not actually deciding to just lock in the trenches right now, because the difference between where we was before when we was at 10 billion and where we are now is there are way less traders. There was over 4 million unique active trading addresses on chain time when it was $10 billion volume last time. Meaning all of that volume is now between a lot less people. The only difference is the people who are trading right now, especially if we look at KOL scam, they're extremely good traders, guys. So it is very hard, right? It's like trading on Call of Duty when everybody's max prestige. When you don't even ever logged into Call of Duty like a year later, you go on Rust or something like this, everybody's quick scoping, no scoping, or even if you play Battlefield, it's extremely challenging to play the game during that stage of time. However, it's extremely beneficial because as you can see, if you look at the leaderboard here, you can still see Kubsi's still making 23,000 a day. You got Scented. You got a bunch of new traders as well, like Jitto, etc., doing $5,000 or $10,000 every single day. And these are just the KOLs. The KOLs are not necessarily the most profitable wallets on chain. If you look on chain, a lot more people making a bunch more money when it comes to it, right? And even if we have a look at the Solana price right now, you'll see Solana is ranging between like $180 and $200, right? Solana is at a completely different stage to where we would expect it to be at. Like right now, if you have a look at the price of Solana, you can see Solana's at $204 right now. Guys, last time we was at these levels, Solana was at like 120, 130, right? Now we're at 200. So what's going to happen in my opinion, I have a thesis about this. My thesis is once BTC breaks out, which I think is going to be next month, I think it's actually going to be in October, November, December, where we have another parabolia. Once all those things happen, that's when we'll see a lot of unique addresses come in. That's when we'll see this channel go absolutely viral again and everybody will come in to get locked in again. But they're going to be at a disadvantage compared to you guys if you decide to lock in right now. Because if you do, you're going to make way less mistakes when the volume starts peaking. You're going to have a lot more understanding on chain about, okay, how do I check the wallet addresses? How do I check the bundles? What's the current narrative of the day? How do I actually manage my risk management? How am I taking profit on runners, right? And when I'm actually going to decide to hold the runners. All of these mindset and all these like mind frames, these frameworks that you go through every single day in the trenches are going to prepare you for when the volume starts peaking up again. I also want to show you this, guys. It's a video that I posted inside my Telegram. Now I found this on Twitter recently, actually. If you have a look over here, you can see this is the Memecoin war, and this is the last 120 days. I'm going to pause it right here just to show you something at the top. This is the bonding curve volume. $150 million at the top, $100 million and $50 million right here. $150 million. This is bonding curve. This is when things go from new creations about to graduate and graduate. Now you can see here, one had the majority of the bonding curve as of the 6th month right here. So I don't even know what month the 6th month is. That's halfway through the year. They dominated it all the way. You started to see Bonk Fund coming as well. When Moonshot released, they did $100 million of volume on day one. Right, you guys remember we was live trading a lot of these Moonshot coins, worthless, etc. Right? Then you see Bonk. Bonk came out and did $120 million of volume. They took majority of the market share. Now, as you can see, Bonk started to actually run up a little bit more. They started to peak 150 mil, went almost to 200 mil of volume. You can see Bags started to come back up again. And then you see Pump Fund has reclaimed market share. Now, Pump actually ended up dominating this entire run, doing almost $200 million of volume. Heaven came into the equation again. Sugar also came into the equation again as well. Now, competition is extremely bullish for the trenches. I do think that a lot of these launch pads were only here to extract. I think that's proof by now, because none of them have done anything ever since. As soon as they lost market share, they didn't adapt and start reinvesting into their major runners like Pump Fund did. They actually just completely disappeared off the face of the planet. However, this should show you how much money is flowing through this. You know, you've got $100 million of volume on bonding curves every single day. You can capture a proportion of that volume if you just trade well and if you stay inside of the trenches. So I just want to keep this video short, snappy, straight to the point. You need to lock in. You need to lock in right now, right? If you do want to have success in crypto and meme coins, it's about being in when nobody wants to trade. The top signals will be everywhere once BTC starts to break out again, which it will. We know that Fed rate cuts are coming on the 15th of September. We know that October, November, December are the most bullish months because it's Q4 naturally. And we also know that after that, it's probably going to be a bear market. So the question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to lock in while times are hard and learn, or do you want to come in when everybody else is coming in for peak euphoria and then finally deciding to lock in and then getting wrecked and saying crypto's a scam and logging off again for an entire year? We've been in this bull market now for over 1,000 days. The bull market's lasted almost 1,000 days. Typical for every single cycle. But during that stage, you're probably not where you want to be yet. That's fine. You can get there, I believe in you. And if you do decide to lock in, I honestly think you can achieve a lot more than you might think. So subscribe to the channel because we live stream every single day. And if you want to check out some videos on how to learn how to trade meme coins, check out some of the videos in the description. Appreciate you guys.